We are so close to December. And being close to December also means the Game Awards are right around the corner. And if there's anything I love to do more than to dream, I love to dream, I love to hope. I would like to kind of just put out, not really a bingo card, but just a few hopes and dreams, maybe some predictions. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's the main thing we're gonna do. First, let's do hopes. We discuss the hopes. Also, this is not my font. That's not good. Normally, I would be thinking things that I want to see come back because we're seeing a lot of games come back. So let's start there. Let's start with revivals, right? Let's start with the idea of what are some revivals that we could see. For me, the ones that I would like to see, of course, would be Blinks, but that's not going to happen, right? That's a hope. That's hope. That's something that is... I mean, I guess that's more of a dream, actually. Yeah, that's a little bit more of a dream. Blinks anything. If they do a slideshow of old Xbox IPs and they show an orange cat in a blue jacket, that counts. This isn't the show for this. Pokemon Black and White seem to have gotten a little skipped in the last cycle of Pokemon games. They kind of went to X and Y. I don't really know where the Pokemon Company stands with the traditional remake. It kind of sounds like they're trying to do, or seems like they're trying to do spin-offs a lot more, because we got Pokemon Crossing now. ZA is just texture buildings, and I'm mad about it. My dream would be an actually good Pokemon Black and White remake. We could even do / a sequel, another sequel, a trilogy. If Pokemon became a trilogy series, that would be great. I would absolutely love that. Here's a personal dream. And this is just the inception of this list. This is pretty much gonna be everything I've thought about and wanted, right? So we could even do, just on the Pokemon kick here, because it's one of my favorite franchises, I would love a Pokemon tag fighting game. I don't know how Pokken wasn't a tag fighter. It has assist Pokemon, but 2 barely scratches the surface of the idea of having a Pokemon team. Oh my gosh. I mean, that would be part of the dream, right? If it was by Arxis. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Yo, what's up, Ben? We're going through hopes and dreams right now. The hopes and dreams of what I want out of the video game industry, and then we'll try to get into our predictions of what I actually think is going to be talked about at the Game Awards, right? More of a just live video creation segment. Here's a good one. It's going to be a kind of a... This is definitely a dream. You have mouse controls. Actually, you know what? Because I'm thinking about it more now, that's much more possible with the mouse controls. That's a hope. That's a hope. So hope being, I believe it can happen, and I'm hoping for the day it does, right? The dream, it's not happening. Primal Rage 2, we need it. Here's the actual dream here. Here's the dream. New Soul Calibur. A new Soul Calibur. Tekken's just so big, and there's just really no reason for Bandai Namco to really move on and go back to Soul Calibur, but I can't help it. Soul Calibur 2 is one of the most fun fighting games, even just video games, I've ever played. That's like multiplayer, right? But I think a new Soul Calibur done right, like everything, right? The dream would be a new good Soul Calibur. I think this next one specifically is gonna almost go into all 3 categories, so let's create the prediction. And this is for Game Awards, right? This is for Game Awards. We're just gonna start real strong. Smash Bros. Anything? For me, the hope, new Smash, the dream is Ultimate 2. Is we just get the Switch 2 version of Ultimate. Maybe they talk about 2 new waves of DLC. Because the problem with a new Smash Brothers, the benefits of a new game are not nearly as high as the benefits of a continuation. A continuation, we get to keep every character in the roster. No one's leaving. It's the Mario 8 Deluxe treatment. Yeah, exactly. But I think if we're seeing anything Smash Brothers, it's probably gonna be a new Smash Brothers. So, the hope is a new Smash. The dream is Ultimate 2. Think it's time for a Mario game? Casting my mind back to the Odyssey release. Yes. It definitely is weird that there is no new Mario game on the Switch 2. We could put that on the predictions list. But would we get 2 announcements from Nintendo? 2 big announcements from Nintendo? Probably not. If Nintendo brought some more heat, and this might be a hope. I think this will be a hope rather than a full prediction. Nintendo Labo 2. No, honestly, I'm thinking Star Fox and F-Zero. The dream would be... Right? How many directs have we seen now in a row where it's like, we've gone back and looked through, and here's Ghost Trick. Here's, pull this one out of the file. Here's this old game that was only in Japan. And also, hey, we made a sequel too. Here's also a sequel. Just to appease, you know? Not necessarily because they think they'll make a bunch of profit, right? But we see, you know, Capcom tests left and right, and look how it's paid off for them. I'm just saying, it's still a dream though. It's still a huge dream. I'm gonna put this in both. Let's do DMC6. This one I was thinking about a lot. Title update to Monster Hunter Wilds. I think it needs its full title update, and I think considering it's Monster Hunter, if they have the title update ready to go for a trailer and get everyone excited again for Monster Hunter Wilds, which hasn't happened in a while, and they just did the collab, right? And the collab was pretty cool with FF14, even though they did like a non-beast, it was a machine boss. Did they get me to pick up the game again? No. That's kind of the problem, isn't it? So I think we need a little, I think we need a full major title update for Monster Hunter Wilds to get that game back up and running. You know what? We're gonna write that one down, actually. Mortal Kombat is dead. Mortal Kombat is dying. It doesn't mean it is not impossible for there to be an Injustice 3. I think this is very improbable, hence the triple question marks, but that's not a bad call. Mario and Sonic Resort? What does that mean? Also, hey bro, how you doing? I mean, so we already know that the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series is over. That is done. Mario and Sonic Wii Sports. I mean, I'm gonna have to put that in a. We'll put that in the dreams. I don't foresee that coming back. People were very sad. We're seeing a lot of weird changes in the industry of cross-pollination. Oh, new Mario 64, dude. That actually, I'll put that in a. For me, I'll put that in a hope. New / port of Mario 64 DS. And in the prediction, Ocarina remake. If we got a new, well, yeah, gosh. Galaxy 3, that's a good call though. 30th anniversary for Mario 64 will be next year. Well, they already did Mario's 30th anniversary announcement. They did a whole freaking direct about it. The 40th? Oh, so you're saying Mario 64 will have its 30th. Oh shoot, you're right. It is Mario 64's actual 30th. I thought you meant Mario as a whole. Mario 64's 30th. Oh, that changes things, chat. That changes things. That's heavy on the question marks now. That could be far less likely. I don't think that's something that's going to show up at a Game Awards situation. Nintendo would do their own thing for that. Now, what they wouldn't do their own thing for, because this game changed the game industry, I'm going to go back to this one, an Ocarina remake. I think in the pantheon of this being the era, the remake and remaster era, I think they could definitely do Ocarina of Time from the ground up. I would say this could be a cool year to put that in there. Is it still really a dream? Maybe a hope? I feel like it's kind of a hope for me. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to reallocate that when the time comes. But what else, chat? What else do we think is going to happen? Is Microsoft even going to be there? Is Xbox even going to be there? Oh, mother. Thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh, Sega. We have to talk about Sega. Because we got a trailer about Sega bringing back a bunch of new IPs. Or sorry, a bunch of old IPs. And since then, we've gotten a Sonic Racing game. We've gotten a new Monkey Ball. I think it was a new Monkey Ball, right? Shinobi did excellent. It's at the Game Awards. I want to play the game. Oh, we've got Virtua Fighters back. I'm going to say New Wave Sega. We're going to call it New Wave Sega. Just be kind of broad here. I think New Wave Sega, anything New Wave Sega is guaranteed. It could be a Panzer Dragoon, for all I care. It could be a new House of the Dead. It could be the new Jet Set Radio. We could get a full trailer and they could do this whole big light show and we get people roller skating. It could be anything. Some dude in a taxi could drive on stage and peel out and do donuts. A new Knights game would be pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of Knights. Just as long as it's not a new Sonic game. We'll pray right before the Game Awards stream, chat. We'll pray. We'll get on our hands and knees and we'll pray that there's not a new Sonic game coming. Because racing is already doing great. Sonic is driving a Krabby Patty in a Minecraft world right now, as we speak. Not even mentioning Persona, right? We could get a Persona 6 trailer. You know, crazier things have happened. We'll put in our hopes up here. We'll put P6 just for fun. You know, the hope for me, and we're just gonna put it up here. New Jet Set Radio and Future port. Future is still landlocked to the Xbox original, which is fine because I have it right there. And you know what's sitting on top of my Xbox? Jet Set Radio Future. There is so much that Sega could show. I'm gonna leave it there because I won't be able to pinpoint the one, but Jet Set Radio, obviously, yeah, is the one that we want to see. Let's go. We already went through Capcom. Did I miss anything in Capcom, chat? Oh, here's a dream. Here's a dream. New Mega Man game. I don't know. Mega Man is kind of a legacy symbol of the company. Who knows? They could remake 2, right? We could see a Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 remake. Well, there you go. I've gone and done it, haven't I? A million farming games. I mean, that's guaranteed to show up at a direct, but Konami's been active. I mean, they've been the most active they've ever been in a long time. I'll put that down there just for you with a bunch of question marks, just so we can be right in case it happens. We'll make it hype. Sony. What do I care about Sony? What do I like about Sony, chat? New console, maybe? They might release a Pro something. Because Xbox is prepping their new console. Steam's got a console coming out. A new Astrobot. Yeah, maybe new Astrobot. I was thinking Little Big Planet. I was thinking a new Little Big Planet, personally. That's where I was going. And then you said Astrobot. And then my hopes and dreams were crushed immediately. There's no reason to do a new Little Big Planet because I have Astrobot. God of War could... God of War Ragnarok. They could finish it off with a crazy trilogy thing. I mean, I don't even know how God of War Ragnarok ends. I'm not into the Dad of War. Concord revamped. That would be hilarious. We could even go a step further as a joke prediction. Concord comes back. Sony is cooked. Because that would be, without a doubt, the dumbest thing that could probably happen. And I haven't looked at, this is also, I'll preface this, I haven't watched anyone's predictions or thoughts on what could happen this year yet. So this is just me with chat right now, we're just shooting the breeze. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of these moments where I've never been a PlayStation guy. The only thing that there would be already exists, and it's Final Fantasy VII. I don't know. To be honest, the only thing they could do to make me happy would be Little Big Planet. We'll put that in dreams. We'll put that in dreams, just because I got friends that love that series. Multiverses 2 would be wild. I think we've hit everything from Nintendo. I think we've hit everything from Sega and Capcom. Let me consider Microsoft again before I write a final thing down. Yeah, Microsoft is just dying, man. And I don't know if you guys have kept up and heard about the reviews from people playing the Halo Reloaded or whatever the heck they called it. Re-campaign. People are playing it and they're like, this is actually like a bad reimagining. And if you're not feeling warm and fuzzy from a remake of a beloved game that started it all, you're missing it. You are missing it. Alright, I'm writing it down. Is The Witcher a good game? The Witcher is a very good game series. The Witcher 3 is critically acclaimed. Witcher 4 has been announced already. We could get a new Witcher trailer. You know what? I'll write that in there. That's a really good call, actually. Witcher 4 trailer and maybe launch date. Let's give Microsoft just a little bit of grace. Just a little bit of grace. Let's do this. Let's do this. Gears of War. Okay. This will be the last thing. This will be the last thing. Are you ready for this? This is large brain capacity with Steambox. Team Fortress 3. The hero shooter genre is as strong as ever because of Marvel Rivals, and for some reason people are still playing Overwatch 2. And Valorant is always going to be competitive. I think being a like Valve, I think now is when you're like, hey, we're launching our console. We have a game actually coming out on our console on Steam because it's a Steam only game. It's online. It's Valve. It's Team Fortress 3. I'm thinking Team Fortress 3 is much more likely than the sought after Half-Life 2. Gabe Newell does not know how to count to 3. I stand by this statement. New Team Fortress would break the internet. Would break the internet. That's my big, large brain prediction. I think that'll be pretty sick. You know, I think there is a consolation I should put into dreams. I talk bad about Microsoft a lot because I want them to be better. We're gonna put that into dreams. Much like I say about Pokemon and all that kind of stuff, you know, the reason I hold critical attention to Xbox, we're gonna hope Xbox fails, then rallies. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to see it be cool again. I could add another thing to predictions. It's not gonna happen. I'm not predicting. We'll put it in dreams as well. Kind of just right under that makes sense. Fusion Frenzy is back. Not as desperate as Blink's Anything. Not as desperate as Blink's Anything, which is the first on the list. I had a fever dream one time about a fighting game. Like a fighting game or a party game or something like that comes out that is just mascots. Call it Mascot War. Something like that. Tony the Tiger versus the Toucan Sam. The Pillsbury Doughboy throwing down with goldfish. Like a team. Like the goldfish character would be like a swarm of goldfish kind of thing. And we'll come back to this on the day of the Game Awards. We will come back to this to get hyped and wait for people to come into the stream and hang out in the chat for the Game Awards. But I think this is good so far, and I think throughout I'll be watching people's videos and getting ideas of what I might share thought-wise with them and readjust my list. Just because I think it's fun to not live in a void. Hopes and dreams, chat. Hopes and dreams. That's what we rely on. I'm really looking forward to the Game Awards this year. I really am. Streaming it, I'm really excited to stream it. Oh my gosh! What? Hold on. There's something missing here. Duh. There we go. You woke up, you wanted to go back to sleep, so you had melatonin gummies. That's insane, dude. How many indie games did you put? Indie game. I'm not really an indie game hopes and dreams kind of guy, to be honest. They kind of just have to come out and happen. Like, Balatro is never gonna get a sequel, right? It doesn't need one. Slay the Spire doesn't need one. Well, no. You know what? Just because you asked that, they did get a lot of recognition. Just because you said that, let me think indie. I'm not a Super Meat Boy guy, and we already know there's a new Super Meat Boy coming out anyway. Let's do this. Not predicting. This is gonna go into hopes. Let's do Slay the Spire 2. Slay the Spire 2. We'll throw that in there. Little added bonus at the end of the video here. I've been inspired. I've been inspired. I'm not saying I play them all, because I definitely don't, because there's too many. There's a lot. But I love indie card games. And so, actually, what I would like to do, let me actually see. Let me go back to Steam. Oh my gosh, there's a Balatro and Slay the Spire bundle right now. Ain't that funny? Wonderful game. So much fun. I have never kicked more butt in a video game, to be honest, than I have playing Slay the Spire. We just need the indie developer to make the fighting game that takes over the world, right? That's the next thing we need. We need the indie dev to come through. Not like Spot Pilgrim. Nice, Nathan. Not exactly. That's the beat 'em up. Fighting game being, well, 1v1, player versus player. But what we need is the indie game fighter that really like takes off in that retro fighting game style. Because they got the platform fighter on lockdown, but I want one that's the traditional fighter to come out that really takes the world by storm.